Hey guys, Garth Tander here from the Holden racing team, about to head off on a track walk here at Symmons Plains. Pretty basic circuit, only 3 real corners, 2 really heavy braking zones, 2 long straights. Start line here is actually really difficult to get away from. Starting from seconds actually seems to be better for getting to the first corner first than it is from actually starting from pole, even though you're on the inside. Quite a short run down to turn 1. Turn 1, turn 2, really tricky and quite technical, as far as there's quite a big hump in the middle of turn 1. Getting the car settled over the hump at turn 1 and turn to turn 2, really quite tricky. So this is probably the most technical part of the circuit, and then once we get up to the hairpin at turn 4, at the end of the back straight at turn 6, that's just more about braking and power down. So tough start to the lap, but once we get going, quite a high average speed, only a short lap, 51 seconds, so it all happens pretty quickly. Three critical corners here at Symmons, turn 1/turn 2, the hairpin here at turn 4 and turn 6 at the end of the back straight. And this one here at turn 4, the hairpin's all about braking as late as you can, get the car turned and then get the power down, because the run down the big long back straight is so important. So really hard, deep on the brakes, and then good rotation in the car, but most importantly good power down, get all 640 horsepower to the ground to get out of here for the run down the big long back straight.
It's quite common to use stone like this as kiddie litter. However, this particular layout and how you approach this corner and the lay of the land here is actually quite unique. So the way that the kiddie litter is laid here is quite interesting, and no doubt we'll see a few in here over the weekend.
One of the big things here at Symmons Plains is the wind direction. Obviously 2 quite long straights with 2 heavy braking zones at the end of each of those straights. And the wind direction has a massive influence over how the car behaves under brakes, and then obviously the top speed. If you've got a tailwind, the car's very fast down the straight, but then quite taily, quite rearish on the brakes with a tailwind. And if you're braking into the headwind, your car's very stable on the brakes, but obviously not as high top speed. So one of the things we need to manage day to day and session to session is the wind direction and the wind speed, so that we basically can set the car up around the wind conditions.